See you again, friends. How are you guys? I hope you are always in good health. In this video we will discuss difference between maritime law and the law of the seas. Maritime law and the law of the seas are two terms that are often confused and used as synonyms. Long story short, they literally have nothing to do with one another, no matter how similar they might sound. If you are planning to practice maritime law, you should know about the difference that exists between both of these fields. The key difference is that maritime law deals with domestic issues while the law of the seas deal with international affairs. However, this is not all, it is just the beginning of the concept. In this article, you will find the basic things you need to know about when it comes to comparing maritime law vs. the law of the sea. Apart from the difference in their jurisdictions, there are other things also that force them to stay apart. What is maritime law? Maritime law has a much narrower jurisdiction than the law of the sea. Maritime law usually applies to private entities like ship owners, their employees, and any clients that ships might have on board. Many of these laws have been around for years, constantly developing from various sets of rules and customs. The following is what is majorly covered under maritime law. These are the statutes that are a part of maritime law. The Merchant Marine Act of 1928, otherwise known as the Jones Act. This law permits men injured at sea to sue negligent shipowners for their injuries they face. An essential ingredient of this law is that it also requires that American ships and crews transport passengers or goods between American ports. The Death on the High Seas Act, DOSA. The relatives of a dead worker can sue the employer of the worker if they are on high seas more than 3 nautical miles away from shore. The employer might have to be responsible for financial support loss, funeral expenses, and the emotional and care the deceased cannot provide. What is the law of the seas? Masukan text. The law of the seas deals was introduced to establish boundaries in regards movement and movement at the sea. The principles and the rules were established centuries ago to avoid the wars and conflicts that occurred at the sea. The law of the sea governs the interaction between different nations that fall under maritime affairs. These rules and principles were developed over centuries until being codified in the 1994 United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, or UNCLOS. The United States did not ratify the convention, although it recognizes UNCLOS as a part of customary international law and follows these set guidelines in most cases. The law of the seas generally covers the following aspects. Jurisdiction for coastal waters. For centuries, the territory of each country extended 3 nautical miles into the ocean. Many countries have extended their territorial waters beyond the 12 nautical mile mark, also called the baseline. Since the beginning of the 20th century, UNCLOS establishes 12 nautical mile territorial waters and a contiguous area of 24 nautical miles. This allows nations to still enforce their laws regarding customs, taxation, and pollution. Natural resources ownership. Each country can claim an exclusive economy zone of up to 200 nautical miles from the baseline. If the continental shelf extends that far, it will be 350 nautical miles. Each nation has the right to exclusive exploitation of fisheries and mineral resources within its EEZ. Thank you for watching until it's finished. Finally, I said goodbye. See you in the next video.